Hi, friends. Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug, and today I have a very easy pasta dish for you that is perfect for the springtime or any time of the year. So stay tuned. Okay, so this pasta dish is super easy and it has some healthy things in it. What does it have? It has baby spinach. So I'm using 3 cups of baby spinach, but I am actually we're going to cook this down. It's going to be wilted, so it's not going to look exactly like this in the pasta dish, of course. And then I have 1 cup of curly parsley. Now, if you get flat leaf parsley, that would probably be a little bit better. I just had curly parsley in the house, and most of the time they're interchangeable, but flat leaf parsley, most chefs like to go with flat leaf parsley because of the flavor. This is very aromatic, so it smells really good. So I'm going to be using that. It's going to be about 1 cup. We're also going to be using some rustic cut mozzarella and provolone cheese, Parmesan cheese. We're using 4 garlic cloves that we're going to mince up. We're also going to be using some crushed red pepper flakes and Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, of course, extra virgin olive oil, and this is probably about 3/4 of a cup of diced onions. One thing that I learned from my dad is that the smaller you cut things up, the finer the taste. So that's why these onions have been diced really small. All right. So we're heating up our water right now for our fettuccine noodles. We are using fettuccine pasta for this, but you can also use spaghetti noodles if you want. All right, let's start cooking. As you can see over here I have my pasta water boiling. I'm ready to add my pasta to it. You do want to salt your water. Salting your water is very important. Some people put oil in their pasta water. I never do. I know my mom used to do that, but I don't think you need to do that. The pasta, I have a pasta spoon here, and this is good when you're stirring it, kind of breaks up the strands so they don't stick together. And then I basically just rinse it with some cold water, but we are going to reserve about 2 cups of pasta water for this dish. So once it's cooked, take out 2 cups of pasta water for the dish, okay? All right, let's get cooking. I'm using about a box of fettuccine noodles, and I do not break it. I just put it in whole. Use your pasta spoon to make sure it is submerged in the water, the boiling water. And we're going to cook that according to the directions on the box, which I believe is 13 minutes. Yes, 12 minutes. And yep, boil for 12 minutes or cook for 12 minutes. So you want to cook it for 12 minutes. Over here on a medium heat, I have a large skillet here. I'm going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You want to heat up that olive oil. So I am making sure it covers the base of this pan. We want to heat that up, and we're going to be adding our onions. Okay, so I'm going to add my onions. This is approximately 3/4 of a cup of onions. Just give it a nice stir in there. We want to cook our onions for at least 5 minutes. This is on a low to medium flame. Okay, so with my curly parsley, I'm making sure that I am cutting it up very, 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 very small. All right, so that's super important. We don't have to chop up our spinach because our spinach will cook down. But this is this parsley right here. And now I'm going to get about 4 garlic toes. And you just want to just mince that up. You can use one of those garlic presses. I usually stay away from those. I used to use those a lot, but either I'll buy the minced garlic already or I'll mince it myself with just a knife. So remember, the smaller the cuts, the finer the taste. Okay, let me give my pasta and onions a stir. Okay, so I'm stirring my pasta here. Remember, use a pasta spoon. It's just so helpful to break apart those strands. Very important every now and then to stir your pasta. Just don't leave it. You have to stir it every now and then, okay? Within that 12 minutes. Okay, our onions, take a look. Looking really nice. So like I said, you want to cook your onions for approximately 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes and you can see that our onions are getting translucent. That's what you want. And now we're going to add our 4 garlic cloves that have been minced to that onions. Let that cook for around a minute. Okay, now we want to get our spinach, and our spinach has been washed. Make sure that you, this already came washed, but if yours doesn't, make sure you wash it. And we're just going to cook our spinach down. You're going to see how it looks now, and it's going to cook all the way down. Remember, this is still on a medium to low flame, leaning more towards a medium. I'm going to reduce the flame just a bit, and I'm going to cover it and we're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. What I want to do now with my spinach, you could already see how it's reducing in size. I'm going to start to add some salt and pepper. You want to do probably like maybe 1/4 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give that a stir. And this still has around 3 more minutes to go. And I'm going to add that parsley. Let that cook with the spinach for the last 3 minutes. At this time, I'm also going to add about a couple of shakes of this red pepper flakes. So maybe that's around 1/2 teaspoon. We want to use about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Checking on my pasta over here. Looking good. I think it has about a couple more minutes to go. Now I am going to add about a tablespoon of lemon. I forgot to mention the lemon earlier. So a teaspoon of lemon. See how that cooked down, that spinach? Okay, I'm going to add the pasta and the pasta water. Remember to reserve 2 cups of pasta water. And give that a stir. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add about a half a cup of that mozzarella and provolone cheese, rustic cut. And I'm adding approximately a little more than a half a cup of the Parmesan cheese. Give that a nice stir. That cheese is going to melt onto that delectable pasta. I'm going to drizzle a little bit more olive oil, a little more salt and pepper, give that a nice toss. Smells so good. I'm going to sprinkle some garlic powder, probably like a teaspoon, and onion powder over this pasta. Give that a stir. And I'm going to cover it and let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on a low heat. Okay, one thing we want to do is make sure we get some lemon zest for this dish. So we're going to need at least the zest of 1 whole lemon. So it has the lemon juice and now it has some lemon zest. We're going to use some tongs to mix that in there. So, as every cook should, give it a taste test. Very yummy. All right, we're going to plate it. I think it is done. Well, doesn't this look fantastic? and it smells so good. What you can do with your lemon too is you could add a little bit more juice to it, just on top, give a couple of sprinkles, put a lemon slice in there, makes it look pretty, and they could also, your guests can also squeeze the lemon on top. But let's give it a nice taste with that spinach. My mouth is watering. All right, let's give it a taste. So good. It is so delicious. You will love it. Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas today. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe, and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye. Yum. This is so good.